I'm gonna show you exactly how to upgrade any credit card you have with Capital One. A lot of people tend to go after Capital One after they've had a financial crisis or just a simple financial meltdown and they need to rebuild their credit. Well, you went with a great choice because Capital One is one of the largest lenders in the United States. They're one of the top 5. So it starts off Capital One, Citibank, Discover, American Express, and Chase. You want those 5 banks on your credit profiles because it shows lenders that you are in fact a responsible borrower. Now with Capital One, you could literally ruin your relationship and have a charged off account and they'll let you come back. It's pretty wild. So on today's episode, I'm going to cover exactly how to upgrade your credit card. So maybe you got the Platinum Secured or just the Platinum or a Quicksilver One, whatever credit card you have, I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to get that upgrade and the do's and the don'ts. And I'm going to give you the exclusive link that you cannot find anywhere else that will allow you to upgrade your credit card with Capital One here on this channel today. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike the Credit Guy. I'm the owner and founder of Limitless Culture. We created the most advanced DIY credit management system in the industry. Our system allows you to take control of your credit, creating custom Metro 2 attack letters every single round, never using templates for only $55.99 a month. Link is always going to be in the description. Now let's get into this video. Before you do anything else and I give you the upgrade link, I need you to understand 3 things here. These 3 things are going to be the key to your success in you getting an upgrade with Capital One. It's very important to understand I'm not coming up with some nonsense that I made up or I found somewhere else. I too had a Capital One Platinum card. As you can see, they don't even make this Platinum card anymore. That's how old this card is. It's a completely different redesigned card. This is one of my oldest cards that I've had forever. And guess what? I still have it because I made the wrong moves. So I'm gonna make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that I made. All right, step number 1 is do not, absolutely do not take any credit card offer that Capital One gives you. They're gonna offer you a second card before they even give you the opportunity for a credit limit increase or they give you the opportunity to get an upgrade. You do not want to take that offer. Hold the line and hold the line strong because if you take that offer, you're going to miss the opportunity to upgrade that first credit card that you got with Capital One, and you may be stuck with it for an eternity until you can get them to upgrade it because you're only going to have the ability to get 4 Capital One credit cards. Now listen, don't come for me in the comments, but as of 2019 and 2020, they stopped allowing people to have more than 4 Capital One credit cards. I know that for a fact because I have 4. I capped out. I had a Williams-Sonoma credit card and Williams-Sonoma sold it to Capital One. Crazy story. So then all of a sudden, I went from having 3 Capital One cards to 4. Had no idea. I went to apply for the Venture X. Guess what? You're declined because you have too many credit cards. So understand, you only get 4 slots with Capital One. I'm not capping about that. I'm telling you straight from the source. It happened to me. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right here so you can see it, that we're not lying about the whole rule with Capital One because some people like to come after me in the comments and say, you're a liar. That's not the fact here. So as you can see, it clearly states you have too many accounts with Capital One or too many Capital One accounts. That's basically what it's telling me. I don't need another Capital One account. I really don't. But I applied for it just so you can have the data points so you can see that we're not just making this thing up. Because in the credit world, we live, eat, sleep, and die credit cards. So we know exactly how many credit cards you can have with any credit card issuer. So it's really important to understand that because having just one authorized user account put me over the list. Because guess what? I bet you didn't know that they do count authorized user accounts. So if you had a family member add you on as an authorized user to help boost your credit profile, guess what? If you want to have 4 credit cards, you're gonna have to remove one of those because it does count against you. Now you can call the reconsideration line and pour your heart out to them, But I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't care. They're gonna be like, nah, sorry, that's it. That's the end of the game. I don't really tend to argue with these people because they're not doing anything wrong. But I just want you to have the data points before we move to step number 2. So in step number 2, you want to make sure that you're building a relationship properly with Capital One. Now, what I mean exactly by that is you want to make sure that you're not carrying balances consistently with Capital One for a minimum of 6 months. That's right, I said 6 months. If you're trying to upgrade your credit card, you want to have at least a 6-month window of data points, or at the longest, 12 months, or longer than that's fine. But the problem here is that people carry balances and they do not understand that Capital One is not friendly to people that carry balances. So if you're carrying a balance for far too long, why would the bank want to give you another credit card or even increase your credit limit? Because in case you did not know, Capital One is one of the largest lenders in the United States, but they are also the #1 subprime lender in the United States. So they're used to seeing data points of people that carry balances for far too long, are a higher risk, and they tend to default. So if you're doing that and you're actually creating those data points for them, you're sending off warning shots to their system, and this is what is causing you to become stagnant with them and not allowing them to raise your credit limits or upgrade the credit card to another credit card. Last part is the most important. Did you know that Capital One physical branch locations, as soon as you walk in, they have a like button? No, they actually don't, but this channel definitely does. Make sure that you smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe, because we're trying to get this channel to 1 million subscribers and we cannot do it without you. So you need to make sure that it actually reports a zero balance consecutively for 6 months with the actual credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now, I'm not talking about your due date, I'm talking about the report date. So you need to learn your statement closing date. This is super important. Pay off your credit card with Capital One at least 2 days before your statement closing date. And then once your statement closing date hits, stop using the credit card. There should be no balance, and do not use a credit card for up to 7 days. This allows it to report zero balance to the credit reporting agencies, and this is what Capital One wants to see from you. So I just wanted to show you really quickly what that looks like from Capital One directly. So you open up your statement, and you can look at it digitally, or you can look at the printed version, and you're looking for the date, the second date in the actual red square box. That is what we call your statement closing date. Now, it doesn't actually say like statement closing date, but understand that date, there's 2 dates. It's the beginning date and the ending date. That second date on your statement, that is your closing date. That's when you want to make sure that you pay it off 2 days beforehand, because it's going to take 2 days for the payment to clear. Once the payment clears, then stop using the credit card for up to 7 days once that statement closing date hits. And that's going to allow you to make sure that it reports zero balance to the credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. All right, now step number 3 is all the tiers that Capital One offers. So now every single credit card has a certain purpose. I'm gonna show you every single credit card so you can make a better, well-informed decision before you go apply for the upgrade. So that way you can know exactly what card makes the most sense for your lifestyle, because it doesn't matter what credit card I like. It's all about what is a best fit for your lifestyle and makes sense for you. So now when you get into the credit card game with Capital One, if you have really bad doo-doo credit and you're working on it, then you're gonna get the actual secured platinum credit card. The next step up from that one is going to be just a regular platinum MasterCard. That is completely unsecured. This is generally what they try to offer you next. But then I want to show you all the different tiers for every single other credit card. You're going to be shocked to see how many credit cards Capital One actually has. Now, the next tier up is going to be the Quicksilver One. But there's 2 Quicksilver Ones and there's 2 Quicksilvers also. So sorry about that. I said there's 2 Quicksilver Ones, but there's actually only 1 Quicksilver One credit card, and there's 3 Quicksilver credit cards. There's 4 total Quicksilver cards. That's crazy. But as you can see at the very top of here, each one of these is for a different credit profile. 2 of them are for fair credit, 1 is for good credit, and the other one is for excellent credit. So each one of these are going to be different. So that's why it's very important to understand which one you are applying for. It always depends on your credit profile. Each one of them will also offer different types of features. Not all of them are the same because they're all built for different credit profiles. Now you have 3 Saver credit cards. 2 Saver One credit cards. One is for good credit and the other one is for excellent credit. And the other Saver credit card is for strictly excellent credit. You want to go after the credit card that is the Saver One that gets you up to 10% cash back on Uber Eats. You can literally have your groceries delivered to your house and get 10% cash back on your groceries through Uber Eats. It is the only credit card that will give you that crazy deal of up to 10% cash back. Free money for grocery shopping. That's insane. Now you have 4 Venture credit cards. This is crazy, right? There's nobody out here that's telling you all of this. I know this for a fact because I've looked. Nobody goes into detail about these. So let's talk about the Venture cards. Now you have the Venture One, okay, that's for good credit. Then they have a Venture One that's for excellent credit. Then they have a Venture that's for excellent credit. Then they have the Venture X that is for excellent credit also. Each one of these are a different credit profile. I cannot stress it enough to you. But of course, the Venture X is the big daddy, the head honcho. It is one of the best travel credit cards to have in your wallet. That needs to be one of the cards that anybody needs to go after once they've got their credit at a very good point. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they are building more lounges and they are trying to take over the travel game, and they're not looking like they're gonna stop at any point in time. Now, the Capital One upgrade link is going to be in the description of this video, and it's going to be in the comments pinned at the very top. Now, make sure you use that link. Do not call Capital One to do an upgrade because they will try to do a hard inquiry. If you use this safe, secure link through Capital One, there is no hard inquiry to see if you qualify for an upgrade. Now, once you put your username in, your password, you log in, it's gonna show you the cards that are available for an upgrade. You wanna choose the card you wanna upgrade. Now, once you choose the card, you swipe the button, then it's gonna tell you what card you qualify to upgrade for. Once you figure out what card you want, then you go after that specific card, and congratulations, you just upgraded your Capital One credit card with no hard inquiry. Now, if you did it successfully, drop it in the comment section. Tell us what you were able to upgrade to and what the data points are for our community. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered a lot. How to upgrade any credit card with Capital One and all the different credit card tiers that Capital One offers. It was a lot, trust me. I hope you were successful in upgrading your credit card. If there's anything specific you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section. You want me to talk about charge-offs, collections, how to attack them properly, drop it in the comment section. Drop some emojis in there so we can get this video going so more people can learn how to upgrade their credit cards. But do not be afraid to drop some type of comment in there telling us about any specific topic you want me to talk about, because I cannot thank you enough. It's all about you, our community. We cannot do it without you. So thank you for watching. And make sure that you watch the next 2 videos because those are recommended by YouTube. And don't forget, subscribe to increase your credit score.